Hey, Bobby. Hey. You want to make some dog biscuits with me? Hey. No? You good sleeping? Okay. You can put your leg down now. Yep. Hey honey bunches, we're making dog biscuits today. I've had a couple of requests for this, and now in the end I do make my own dog biscuits. It's never to a recipe, it's just kind of whacking ingredients in a bowl and stirring them together and whacking it in the oven after that. So yeah, I'm just filming this round of dog biscuits that I was making. So that's peanut butter and coconut oil as a base. I don't know too much about dog nutrition in the dog biscuit world, apart from what I've learned from Laura Miller. So higher fat is what I'm going for. Coconut, chia seeds, base of peanut butter are things I know work well. That's spirulina that I put in there, which in the past I've also read is a-okay fab thing for dogs. Just be careful when you stir that, don't like go wild, because you don't want to get spirulina all over your clothes. That would be very sad. Going for some textural excitement, I found some probably like 5-year-old dried apricots in the fridge. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but yeah, they were kind of hard to chop, but I thought Harvey might have fun chewing them. Also whacked in some nooch, that's also a great thing for dogs. And then I needed to like firm it up, so I used some quick oats and some, I think that's spelt flour. I would have used coconut flour or buckwheat flour, but we were out because gluten isn't the best for dogs. But then the texture wasn't really coming together, so I whacked in some coconut nectar and that really brought it together. I always tend to make dog biscuits too big, forgetting that like he's a little guy. Well, dogs are generally smaller. So yeah, I made them about large thumb size this time. Made quite a few, a perfect amount, and whacked them in the oven at about 200 degrees for about 15-20 minutes. But now onto some pet hates. As you can see in the title, I think this is related. We've just made dog biscuits, so let's talk about pet hates. Even though I don't really consider Harvey a pet, he's more like a furry friend, but yeah, I digress. So, pet hate number 1. When you're in a cinema and there's plenty of seats all around you, maybe you're sitting in like the middle, and so you see the person come in and you're like, don't do that, but you know, they keep walking towards you and they end up sitting right next to you. I've had a lot of old ladies do this and I do not understand it, and then you have to make the awkward move, which you didn't ask for, to get up and move to another seat. Second pet hate is the nails on a chalkboard sound, but it most commonly comes up through knives being scraped on a plate, and even just the talking about it creeps me out. Next one is people loudly complaining about something while the person they're complaining about, or the related person to do with whatever they're complaining about, is within earshot. I think it's really rude and it's really embarrassing, because it often can feel like you're also responsible or share their hate when you don't. You just don't want to contradict the person you're with. You know, it's awkward and weird. Next one is when people scrape the blade, like the sharp blade, along a chopping board instead of like scraping off chopped veggies or whatever it is with the blunt side of the knife. Just do that and then you won't get a blunt knife as quick. And the last one is when my mum puts bags on a lead that have holes in them, and she exploits the assumption that she exploits the fact that I'm like the primary dog walker in the house, and so I end up like A, having no bags on walks because they all have actually holes in them, and they were like, you know, ventilation holes that carried vegetables and things, or B, like not realizing, and then I pick up poo, and yeah, I get too close to comfort to that sort of shite. Anyway, back to the cookies. They were done, I let them cool, don't worry, and this is Harvey's verdict. He was very excited, very patient, and yeah, as you can see, it has a crumbly texture, but that didn't seem to put him off eating like the bulk of it in one go, so I don't think it was as bad as I thought it was going to be. He took forever to eat it, so I kind of zoomed to the end. But yeah, lots of licking the lips, so I think the peanut butter and the apricot was a hit in there for textural excitement, and yeah, he was keen for more. So I'd say that was a successful dog biscuit making session. If you have a furry friend, or you have a friend who has a furry friend, and you don't want to get them like, I don't know, consumer goods for their birthday or Christmas, make dog biscuits for their furry friend. That always works out really well and I highly recommend it. I've done it many times and it's often a big hit. But thanks for watching, honey bunches, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!